Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the maths class. Dear students, in the last class you have learned about how to find out the inverse of sine function and cos function. In this class I am going to explain the inverse of tan and cot function. So let's see the inverse of tan function. Inverse of tan function. Okay, so here the function let f is a to r is related and defined by f of x is equals to tan x, where a is equals to r minus x such that x is equals to 2n plus 1 into 5 by 2 and n is belongs to z. Means z means here n is integer, right? So this tan function is defined for this particular values only, right? Already I gave an explanation for this in the first video, right? Here the function f a to r is not 1 function, not 1 but it is a onto function, right? It is onto function because of the range is function, range of the function f is r only, so that's why it is a onto function. So when it is onto function, so f is also becomes 1 function. If we restrict its domain to interval d, so here let's see what are the intervals. So the following are the intervals of domain. So let's see. So minus 3 pi by 2, minus 5 by 2, minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 and pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 and so on. Okay, so here you should observe these intervals. This is the open bracket, right? These intervals having open bracket, it means except these two values, remaining values you can consider. For those values here the function is defined, right? In the sine function you have closed brackets, so in closed brackets means, so including those boundaries you have to consider, right? So that's why you have to observe the brackets here. Okay, therefore here f the function is domain to r is 1 and onto function, 1 and onto function. When it is 1 and onto function, then we can say that the function is a bijective function. When it is bijective function, we can clearly say that inverse is possible for the function. So f inverse is r to d, right? So f inverse is exists here. So we can say that tan inverse is existed. Tan inverse is existed. So tan inverse of tan function we can write like this: tan inverse or arc of tan function, arc of tan function. Okay. Next, see the graph of tan function and tan inverse function. So already you have learned the graph of tan function in class 11th. Once again I drawn the graph, let's see, and then afterwards we'll see the graph of tan inverse function. Okay, so this horizontal line represents x-axis and vertical line represents y-axis. This is the origin. So the model graph of this tan function is like this. Okay, this is the graph. So in this way we can draw the graph of the tan function. Just it is a rough drawing. If you know the values of these intervals, you can easily draw the graph. Okay, so you have to identify these intervals also, then only you will understand the graph. Based on these values, these minus pi and pi, you will get the values of, so here and here. So between these two values only, -1 to 1 values only, the graph will occurs, right? So the graph will be like this. Okay, and here also, and one more we can draw like this. This is the graph of tan function. So y is equals to tan x. So here this tan function is defined for these values only. X values are here minus 5 by 2 less than x less than 5 by 2 only. Because we are considering minus 5, these you should exclude these two intervals, minus 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 here. So that's why we used these brackets here, minus 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 open brackets. So these values, you can take any of these intervals for these intervals. So here the function is defined. Okay, now let's see inverse of tan function. So here inverse of tan function means, so horizontal line represents x-axis and vertical line represents y-axis, right? So this line is x-axis and this line is y-axis. Okay, this is the origin. So this graph is generally like this. So here this is defined for minus 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 here it is, except these two now. So the graph for this function is like this. So if you take the values properly, you will get the graph in a right direction. Just this is the rough diagram, just see. So here this diagram represents the graph of tan inverse x. Y is equals to tan inverse x here. So here if we choose the domain d is equals to minus 5 by 2 and 5 by 2, then inverse of tan function is tan inverse of R2 minus 5 by 2 to 5 by 2. Minus 5 by 2 to 5 by 2. This is called the principal value branch of the inverse tangent function. This is called principal value branch of the inverse tan function. Now let's see inverse of cotangent function. Right? So already you have learned in trigonometric function, this is relation, this is the function f is defined like this, a to r, where it is defined by f of x is equals to cot x. So you know this cot function is defined for these values only. A is equals to r minus x such that x is equals to n pi, n is belongs to z, right? So here f a to r is not 1 function, but it is a onto function because of the range of f is r. Range of f is r. So also we can say that also f becomes 1 function. F becomes 1 function. When it is possible, if we change its domain to interval d, so here d can be any one of the following intervals 1c. So minus pi, 0 and 0 comma pi and pi comma 2 pi and so on. For these any intervals the cotangent function is possible. For these any intervals the cotangent function is defined. So therefore we can say that f is d2 or domain to r is 1 function, is 1 and onto function. So when it is 1 and onto function, then we can say that it is a bisective function. When it is a bisective function, we can also say that this function is invertible function, right? So that the bisective function definition is that when the function is satisfied 1 function and onto function, then the function is said to be a bisective function, right? Now it is a bisective function, so the inverse of function f is denoted by f inverse, that is r to d. R to d is exists here, right? It is exists. So we can denote the inverse of cotangent function like this, cot inverse or arc of cot. Generally we use this symbol to represent the inverse of cotangent function. Okay, now let's see the graph of a cot function and cotangent function. Cot and inverse of a cot function. Just it is a little variation to the tangent function. If you know how to draw the tangent function, you can understand this easily. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, already you know, and this intersection point is called as origin, and this is minus pi and this is the pi. So all the values on the x-axis. So here I am going to draw a graph of cot x. So these x values are minus pi and pi because we are already taken these intervals 0, minus pi to 0 and 0 to pi, like that we have taken. Those are comes under x values. So this x value we can write like this: 0 less than x less than pi only. Except these two values we can take any other values. Okay, for those values, for those intervals only the cot function is defined. Okay, now let's see the graph of cotangent function. Here it is. If you take the proper values of x based on the intervals, you can draw the diagram like this. Okay, you can see in this diagram properly, you will get idea in a right direction. Already you have learned this in class 11th. Okay, if you observe these diagrams based on these intervals, you can get the proper graph. Okay, so in this way you can get the graph. So another one you can draw like this. Just this is the rough diagram. If you take the proper values, you will get the diagram in a right way. Okay, so this is the graph of cot function. If you see the inverse of the graph of cot inverse, let's see. This is the horizontal line. It means this is the x-axis, and this vertical line represents y-axis. Okay, so here just these intervals are changed to y-axis and x values are changed to y-axis and y values are changed to x-axis. Just here the graph is like this. This is the graph of inverse of the tangent function. Graph of inverse of the tangent function. We can draw like this. Okay, so this is represents y is equals to cot inverse x. Clear? So if we choose the domain D is equals to 0 and pi, open intervals, it means except these two values it can be defined, right? Then the inverse function of cotangent function is cot inverse is R2 0 and pi. Okay, so this is called as the principal value branch of the inverse cotangent function. This is called as principal value branch of the inverse cotangent function. Clear? So dear students, I hope you understand these two functions, how to calculate the inverse of tan and cotangent functions. If you have doubts, you can contact me. I will clarify the doubts and see you in the next session. Thank you.